What is up, my YouTube friends? Hey, today I want to talk to you about videoing trains. When you're out videoing trains, some of the things I do, some of the equipment that I have, how I set up my camera, which is my phone, some of the settings I use in my phone to help take better video of trains. Um, all Take all this with a grain of salt, okay? I hear a train coming too. Uh, Constructive criticism, okay? It's nothing, not pointing out any channels, but hopefully some of these tips will help you make better videos for your channel. And I'm not saying I make great videos either, just, you know, some videos are hard to watch, okay? We'll get to it. So a couple of the things I use, a tripod sometimes. Um, Save up for a good tripod because you don't want something really light that's not going to support your phone or camera. Selfie stick, sometimes I use a selfie stick, and if I'm not using any of those, holding my phone. And I always shoot in landscape this way, okay? So one of the things now that YouTube lets you do is go in to edit your video on YouTube and turn it into a short so that um, you can be in that format when you're doing shorts. But always record in landscape because you can always turn it into a short. All right, setting up your phone. I'm going to put a picture of settings that I use and suggest next. So I always shoot in 60 frames per second, the highest quality. I usually shoot at 1080. Very rarely do I shoot at 4K. Most video now isn't at 4K on YouTube. Some is, some isn't. The one thing about 4K is it takes up a lot of storage. 1080 is fine. They're the settings, okay? Shooting, right? So here's a little things about shooting. I always shoot at an angle, okay? I try not to shoot head on like this. It's hard to get the train in, and it's because the train is moving so fast sometimes, it's just hard for the viewer to focus on it. So shooting at an angle is like the best that I have found because it lets the whole train, car or engine get into the photo or video. One of the big things, do not stand close to the tracks. It's hard to get good video when you're standing 8 feet from the tracks. Shouldn't be this close. One of the big reasons why you shouldn't be this close is you never know what's on the train that's dragging from one of the cars. Something dragging, you don't see it, could hit you and cause some pretty bad damage to you, and that's the last thing you want to do. So you don't want to be close to the tracks, okay? It's just, it just doesn't make good video unless, you want to pop something in and you're close. But I suggest put your camera on a tripod over there and catch that kind of footage. Don't stand there, okay? So always use two hands, right? You're pointing. You really don't need to look into your phone. So where you're pointing your camera, your phone, is pretty much where you're going to capture. No need to look into it. Jerky movement. Keep the jerky movement to a minimum. It really is hard for the viewer to follow jerky movement. When you're panning, right? And that's the right to left, left to right, right? Pan slow, right? Track the train. Follow it slow. No big jerky movements like this because it's hard for the viewer, number one, and it's hard for your phone to focus, so you lose focus, and then when you pick back up focus, it's a bad experience. So keep your pans to a slow, smooth rhythm, right? And if you're not using your tripod to pan, keep your arms close to your body and pan. It's always good to back yourself up against something, a tree, a pole, a car, something. So that kind of gives you a little bit of steadiness as you pan. There are a few things that I like to do to ensure that my videos are going to be fun to watch and not like the ocean. You don't want to be like the ocean. Well, while you're out here, have some fun. Oh, hey, I almost forgot the most important thing. Make sure your camera lens is clean. Wipe it off. Wipe off your phone where your camera is. Make sure that's clean, because if it's dirty, it's going to be out of focus. If it's out of focus, you can't watch it. 2 hands, pan smooth. Try to use a tripod when you can. If you have a less expensive, lightweight tripod, weigh it down with something. Maybe get an old sock, put a 2-pound weight in it, put some sand in it or something, and tie it to the center of your tripod to keep it from moving. So that's it. I hope you found this useful. If it helps you, let me know in the comments below. Maybe most of you know, some of you don't. Again, see that? My finger got in the way. But hey, be well, be blessed. Until the next time. Hey, see ya. Like and subscribe too. It helps the channel out. Watch another video if you can. That really helps too. Enjoy the trains. Have a great day.